That man AD got traded for Luka Doncic. Shocking news.
And just a blockbuster. What's happening in the NBA right now? In the wee hours of this Sunday morning, just all hell has broken loose, Kevin.
In 2020.
Yes, this is real. This is the trade. This is a trade.
29, the Utah Jazz.
This deal materialized in the shadows. This came out of nowhere. This is maybe the most stunning trade, definitely that I've been a part of in recent NBA history.
Damn.
It was never clearly out there. And you saw two teams in Rob Pelinka with the Lakers, Dallas Mavericks, Nico Harrison there.
LeBron, Nor, what's his name? What do you call it? Luka Doncic didn't know. That's crazy work.
Doing this deal, and I'm told Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, the players, coaches, a lot of people on both sides with the Mavericks and Lakers had no idea. I can assuredly tell you it's a fact. LeBron James had no idea this was coming. Anthony Davis had no idea this was coming. I'm told Luka Doncic is still stunned about this trade. But when you look at the totality of what just occurred, Luka Doncic is a 25-year-old, like you said, mega star, perennial All-NBA player. He's someone that you think of as untouchable, as a guy that's never going to be traded. I know that the Mavericks actually approached the Lakers and Luka Doncic a few days ago in a trade. Very recently, the Mavericks went out. They knew exactly who they wanted. They wanted Anthony Davis. That's the player that if they were ever going to trade Luka Doncic, if this was even a thought that crossed their mind, it was for AD.
Really?
So the Mavericks called the Lakers, offered Luka Doncic, and that's when the Lakers had to huddle internally. They've never offered Anthony Davis ever in a trade. But if you're going to get offered Luka Doncic, that's when Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka, and that organization, they had to meet. And it's Luka Doncic at the end of the day. And he went out, and he's a 25-year-old player for the next decade. You can look at him as the face of your franchise. And on the other side, with the Mavericks, you have someone who's 31. He's in the prime of his career. He wants to win a championship now. Anthony Davis does. You pair him with Kyrie Irving, who he's friends with and close with. Jason Kidd coached him on the 2020 championship Lakers. Jared Dudley, there's other members of that coaching staff that he's very close with, and Nico Harrison he has a relationship with through Nike. So you take the curtains back. It makes a lot of sense in many ways. But this coming right now, it's the most stunning trade that I've definitely been a part of.
Shubs, I got to backtrack for a minute here. Anthony Davis is 31. He's been in the league 12, 13 years. He's a superstar. Luka Doncic is 25 years old and a perennial MVP candidate who you could make a case has not even hit the prime of his career. Why move him?
I think a few factors. He's going to be super max eligible coming up in
biggest contract in history.
A massive extension, and we have seen Luka Doncic over the
they ain't trying to pay him.
Deal with injuries. There's been a lot made about his conditioning and how he is, but that's something the Mavericks have had to manage and handle year after year. But at the end of the day, he is Luka Doncic. He is a stud in every way, and that's why it is certainly fascinating that the Mavericks ended up deciding to trade him. But this is clearly something that they feel Anthony Davis is better suited for this team.
Damn.
They just lost Derek Lively for an extended period of time, potentially the next 3 months. They lost Maxi Kleber to a fracture in his foot. He was a part of this trade. So you have a clear need at the big spot. You got Kyrie Irving in a trade a couple years ago. He's going to be eligible himself for a massive deal coming up this summer. He's got a player option. So when you think about team building, was having potential when you look at it, Kyrie Irving, Luka Doncic, maybe very similar players. What this team was missing was having that dominant 1A, 1B co-star big man.
That's crazy.
And at the end of the day, in the NBA, we saw LeBron James, Anthony Davis, they won a championship. Usually when you have a couple bigger players, you have a chance to win. When you have two guards leading the way,
work.
Clearly the Mavericks feel Anthony Davis is better suited to help them win a championship right now.
It's a 10 on the Richter scale.